What's up, guys? It's Joel Punchers Paintball. Today we're here with, once again, I don't know this guy.
Hobo Guy.
Alright, so we are here to talk about the MacDev 2025 roadmap that they just released.
Bold.
Some of this stuff we already knew personally, but you didn't know, and now you know because they made it public. So, we're here to talk about it. Stay tuned. We'll see you guys after the intro.
So Joel, from a PR standpoint, I love it. MacDev, in my opinion, doing this is fighting back against a history of like not being accessible, information not being out there, not being supported. I'm for it. And we did talk off camera and say like, that's pretty bold to like lay all that out, because what if you're late, right? People are going to be pissed because you laid it all out. But I think it's great. I think it's a act of good faith, step in the right direction.
It is?
Yeah.
100%, and it's been well received. I was reading all the comments of everyone talking about it, and so far we've had a really good experience with the GTX. There has been a few issues, which we already talked about, as far as the solenoid and the spring, and or not the spring, but the solenoid, and
there's the O-rings and the robustness of it.
Yeah, so there was that, and then overall efficiency. I had been on the phone with Federico right after that, and we were talking about it, and we're like, hey, he's like, you know, we're working on it. And so it's been a conversation on our side of things for probably at least a month about there was a fix in the mix. So what they've done is they have introduced a spring that they're going to be able to put into the solenoid spool. The M3 Plus also had a spring in the solenoid spool. It's not unique.
Was that a very efficient gun? The M3 Plus?
The M3 Plus was very efficient. So and they total efficiency gain is looking like it's going to be around 3 pods. We have not received the spring. We have not received any of the upgraded parts yet. But with that said, kudos to MacDev for doing that.
Yep.
Once again, you know, we've got another gun company that is having issues and they're trying to fix it. Just like Dye and Lux and pretty much everybody on the market. You know, Planet had issues with the Geo as far as how slow the bolt speed was with Virtue loaders. So with that said, I like the fact that they put out this roadmap because first and foremost, when it comes to their high-end platform, the GTX, you know, it's got to be efficiency-wise, and I told them this. I said, efficiency-wise, guys, it's got to be like at least similar.
At least matching others on the
close, yeah, it's got to be close. But you know, when you're getting 1,200 shots off a
that was
77, it's just not there. And you know, they were asking me, well, what do you think would be enough, blah blah. And then they come back, and I was like, well, probably another 1 to 2 pods. It's got to be at least
minimum. And
here they come back with 3 pods. Stay tuned because we'll definitely test that.
We will be
out.
That to the, yes.
So you know, because 3 pods, that's about 114 already.
I got a question. Do we still have the white one that we used in the original?
We do.
Okay, I would love if we do a video where we show people how to put the update into that gun.
Yeah.
And then use the exact same marker.
Absolutely. Love that idea too. And you know, testing wise, be a warmer weather, we'll bore size this time.
It's April, guys. We're coming up on.
To try and give you guys a true, honest opinion of what can you expect from the GTX platform when conditions are optimized, because as we had mentioned in our initial efficiency test,
there's snow on the ground, man.
It was not optimized. It was not optimized, and we, you know, tried to make sure that we made that very transparent when we did the video. So, all right.
So that's hold on. Let me look at this thing. V2 solenoid in April. Also in April, GTX efficiency update in May. We can look forward to a couple of things. Not only the GTX mech frame release. But then, I didn't understand it from the graphic. Joel had to kind of tell me. The other side of that for the fields, they're looking at getting into the rental game. Right? Like creating a competitor to the EMEC.
Mic drop.
That's crazy. That's
mic drop.
I'm all about it. Go get after. Because really, guys, for those of you that are here that are speedball players, that are industry people, you have to know there's not that much money really profit being made on people like us that are players. The money really is on the rec side of things. The people that are new, that you might have found us for the first time, you're just getting into paintball. Thank you for joining. You're the thing that keeps this shit running. So that getting into the rental game, getting into that kind of side of paintball is going to be huge for them. For one, will probably become good cash flow for them, and for two, it just gives users another option that is, in my opinion, a good competitor.
Yeah, because right now Planet Eclipse has that market captured,
cornered,
and they have definitely taken a huge market share from the Tippmann platform when it comes to the rental side of things. So we'll see. I've had some discussions that they've kind of told me some of the things that this is going to present as far as like features.
Okay.
And we'll see. I'm excited for it. Hopefully it's a bulletproof design, and kind of go from there. So
Joel hasn't told me anything. All I know is that they're coming out with some kind of competitor for that. So
yeah, these are all conversations that I'm constantly having with pretty much every brand out there. It's just a matter of MacDev has definitely been more transparent with their customers than most others, and kudos to them for that.
Seriously.
All right, and then June, guys, we've got the Droid. The Droid is back.
I got some friends that are gonna be real happy about that. Richie, we're getting you one.
So I've seen the renders.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
I'll show you off the cuff. I've seen the renders, and if you guys, I think that it's going to be a very, very good competitor in the market.
Is that going to be like the Shocker competitor, the DSR competitor coming
yes.
mid-range?
Yes.
Okay.
It's going to be a mid-range marker, and price-wise and all that stuff, expect in that range, and performance-wise and all that stuff, expect good performance out of it. I've already discussed details with MacDev about what they're going to be offering.
And solenoids that work out of the box.
It seems to be a common trend right now with markers. So yeah, guys, stay tuned for that, because I think that is going to give players a great option there when it comes to mid-range as far as that goes. Oh!
I can't wait for option 4, or for number 4, I should say.
Hey, do you remember Ninja?
Who's that?
Just went out of business?
I don't know. Who's Ninja?
That's all I'm going to say. That's literally all I'm going to say. Last but not least, World Cup. Finally, the Cyborg.
I never got to shoot one the first time they were around.
Bro, I've already said this in one of our previous videos. The Cyborg 6 was an excellent platform. I love the way that shot. I actually thought about getting getting one for this year and trying to use it.
That would be fun. Wait,
I literally
an old one.
I literally had 2 guys in my Facebook Messenger that were gonna sell me theirs, and I was like,
"What happened?" Dude, you should do it.
I thought about it.
I think you should do it.
I'm still kind of on the fence, but
I want us to get one regardless.
It was a matter of, when I'm at events, I don't want my gear to be an issue, and when you've got a marker that's however many years old, if something goes wrong, I'm not familiar enough with it to work on it immediately.
Right.
So it really just boiled down to, like, I don't want to have to think about my gear. Not saying anything is wrong with it. It's just a much older marker.
It's just dated, that's all.
Yeah, that's it. But man, they feel good. They shoot good.
Can we somehow at least get one here to compare it? I want to do like a then versus now type of thing.
Absolutely. And guys, we will have Cyborgs at World Cup. There's only being 200 that are being made. 200 total. So they're going to be very difficult. If you guys are interested, we've already sold a few. Literally no renders, no nothing.
Do we have the pre-order like invoice available, or people just gave you money?
No. They're just like, I want one. I'm like,
awesome.
Okay. So
that's awesome, guys. That's
So,
sick.
And I've heard from other retailers that that's kind of the same thing. So it's going to get into a situation where these markers are going to be very, very difficult to get by the time the World Cup rolls around. But let's talk about expectations there. I think the Cyborg expectation for me, I look at it and go, the Cyborg 6 had the screw-in mechanism, similar to like a Shocker ASA. I think they're obviously going to come with something more similar to this. I think trigger-wise, they'll update the trigger a little bit. I think toolless features, toolless eye covers would be awesome.
Question, because I don't know. It was a stack tube, kind of like the LV series, the Ego series. Did it have the bolt that moved that you could see moving though, or was it all enclosed? Okay, okay. I never got to know if it was just stack tube.
Maybe we'll drop like a video of a Cyborg shooting here or something. But but it shot amazing. Really? Like, I'm not kidding. It shot amazing.
Was it like soft or kind of poppy
soft.
or
It had an LPR.
Okay.
So that's the other thing I'll be curious about is, do they include the LPR? Do they not include the LPR? And how much are they able to downsize it, or do they downsize it at all? Toolless features, toolless battery, toolless eye covers. What kind of barrel does it come with? Does it come with more inserts? all that stuff.
I'm kind of sad they're only doing the limited run, because like if that goes well, that could be a competitor to the LV2, because that has no competition at the market.
And one last thing that I'll mention, and I'm pretty sure Federico will be okay with me saying this, but it is going to come with a special MacDev branded ring to it.
A ring?
A ring. Yeah. So like, you know how like the GSLs had the keychains?
No. I
the
didn't keep
Planet
up
Clips
on
GSLs?
I know what they are. I didn't know that. No, I wasn't.
Yes,
I
well
wasn't
those are super sought after.
Huh.
Same concept.
Very cool.
I think that's, at least he didn't tell me that part, but.
Very cool.
So yeah, guys, so really cool features, like, you know, the GTX comes with the power bank, I think that I would assume that the Cyborg will probably come with a power bank plus the ring or whatever the case may be.
They'll probably keep that.
But they are trying to make it more limited, and one of the things that they're doing is adding that extra perk, which I think is kind of cool.
That's pretty sweet, man.
So yeah, guys, so there you guys have it. That is everything that MacDev is going to be doing for the 2025 year. We do know of other stuff that might be coming down the pipeline for some of the other marker manufacturers, but kudos to MacDev for actually putting this out in public. I've actually known about all this stuff for like a month or two, but I can't go on here and say it, so now I can. And it's awesome.
Now it's all out in the air. This is great.
And it's awesome. So by year end, MacDev is going to basically have a full product line of different products that are not available right now, that by year end, you know, you'll have a bunch of different options to choose if you want to choose MacDev as your next marker purchase or other purchase. And yeah, so there you guys have it.
Super sick. Well, guys, thank you for watching. Really appreciate you taking the time. Check out the link in the description if you want to pick up the GTX and shop anywhere else at Punishers for all your other paintball needs. Apparently, we'll have some other links to add later on, I guess, right? Yeah, this is great. Seriously, appreciate you guys. Subscribe if you're new, and we will catch you in the next one.